Ladies and gentlemen, Jett Passan.
Yeah,
Jett,
Gentlemen.
I don't.
Dude, no. We don't need to belabor this at all. We're gonna make it worth it. We absolutely are. So let's get right into it because there's a lot happening right now, Patrick, and I'm psyched. Like I am fired up that I'm here right now. Thank you for bringing me on this early. Let's get after it.
Jett, I just want to let you know, I'll tell you, this enthusiasm that you had on the call this morning, because I was sitting with the boys, and I think it was Ty goes, lots happening in baseball right now. So fire up the Jett, FaceTime Jett Passan. And I literally say to you, I hate that I'm even doing this. Okay, it is football season. This is a very abnormal thing. But I watched that Mets guy from center field throw Buddy out at home last night in real time. Sent a text to my Cubs friend. Wow, what a play for you guys. Then it gets overturned. Yikes. That is tough to kind of handle it all. And then on the flip side with the Mets, so I was in the middle of it. And then you said, Bud, everything's happening right now. Is this the greatest time baseball has had? It feels like there's shit across the board, Jett, and you laid it all out for us.
It's so good. And just like last night, seeing Aaron Judge go and hit 2 home runs, the first is 50, the second is 51st, in the middle of the MVP race. And then to have that followed by Cal Raleigh hitting numbers 59 in an absolute bomb to the upper deck, and number 60 becoming the 7th player ever joining Babe Ruth and Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa and Aaron Judge and Barry Bonds and Roger Maris. This MVP race in the American League is absolutely incredible. Paul Skenes goes out and throws 6 shutout innings to end his season. The Detroit Tigers, a historic collapse. And the Cleveland Guardians getting not just back into the race, but taking over first place in the American League Central. And on top of all of that, you've got the Mets. They stink. You've got the Reds and the Diamondbacks with an opportunity. They lose in extra innings. It was just an incredible night of baseball, man. And considering the way that this season has gone and its whole trajectory, I was not anticipating it was going to be an exciting September. So this is like for somebody who loves baseball like I do, this is just such a little beautiful surprise. And I'm just enjoying every single day on this calendar.
Absolutely. The highlights on the internet that are hitting and then the storylines that are developing are must watch. Baseball has been good to us during the offseason, and now it's showing up in the middle of football season. Paul Skenes throwing his last pitches last night, obviously watching his lady go through the anxiety of him becoming the first player in the modern era to have his first 2 seasons be a 1.96 ERA or something like that. Every pitch mattered, literally.
Yeah, legit.
History was on the line with every single pitch, and Livy experiencing that the entire time. I loved watching, but also Paul Skenes is an absolute animal. Happy to hear that he is still a monster on the mound. We need to build that team up around him. We've come to another offseason, Bub. Now's the time to kind of maybe build that team up. And let's talk about the things that are. Go ahead, Jett.
It's like Paul Skenes is going to win the National League Cy Young Award unanimously this year, and deservedly so, in his first full season as a Major League Baseball player. And for all of the hype, that's what I love about Paul Skenes. He came up with so much hype, and he has not just lived up to it, he's exceeded it. He has been better, I think, than people thought that he was going to be. And you surround him with the arms that the Pittsburgh Pirates have right now, whether it's Bubba Chandler or Braxton Ashcraft or Jared Jones coming back, Mitch Keller, Hunter Barco making his big league debut. The Pittsburgh Pirates are 3 bats away from being a playoff team right now. And the only way that they are going to go out and get those bats is if their owner goes out and spends some freaking money. And if not now, then when, Pat? At what point do you see all of this talent that you have and say to yourself, we need to take this opportunity and give the fans of Pittsburgh what they deserve? The losing, we've had enough of it. And you've seen opportunities that have been taken by the Kansas City Royals and by other smaller market, low revenue teams to go and change their lineup in an offseason. The Pirates can do this.
Yeah.
The question for Bob Nutting is, will you?
Tone is a diehard Pirates fan, and we have buried him for it for a long time.
Well, no, but it is exciting, though, because I think the Pirates organization does know that they need those 3 bats. The only issue is they think those 3 bats are probably Tommy Pham and IKF and Kutch, and they're just going to roll them out there again.
Well, so that's not what we're talking about here. Love Kutch. Would like Kutch to be around.
Kutch is good.
Easy on Tommy Pham. All right, he'll find you and he'll get you.
He's
Tony.
got a good swing.
He's a mean cuss. He'll throw bombs.
He'll beat the shit out of you if you're bumping gums or
Which I like.
Tommy Pham likes to fight.
And he hits from both sides of the plate, right? That Tommy.
He could.
Yeah, he punches from both sides of the plate too.
Thunder and lightning. Yeah, on both sides. Okay, let's talk about actual baseball stuff now. Ty has a bunch for you.
Yeah, Jett, I want to go back to the AL MVP because I think I saw a clip that maybe you said like you would give your vote to Judge, but it'd be tough. And I don't like doing this because we've been doing this in the office where basically because of my bias being a Yankees fan, I don't want to say I've had to shit on Cal Raleigh, but Pat's really getting me going. Basically trying to say that Cal Raleigh is 100 times better than Judge, and I have to kind of just tell him like, hey, listen, pal, you are very misguided in this. But also with this, like, is there just a level of Judge fatigue, and we've gotten to the point where like people just don't admire how great he is or don't realize how great he is because we see it year over year? Like, is Cal Raleigh going to win the MVP? Or what? How should we look at this situation?
I think it's going to be really close. And here's the reality, Ty. There's not a bad vote. Like, you can make a very compelling case for Aaron Judge, and you can make a very compelling case for Cal Raleigh. And both of those are being made right now. I think a lot of it just comes down to how do you view the baseball world? Like, if your baseball perspective is through the lens of what is the best story, then Cal Raleigh's the MVP. He has the round number home run that everyone's looking for, like 60 home runs, and doing that from the position of catcher.
Is that more? 60 more?
Yeah, just let him keep going.
Yes.
No, we'll get to the stats that matter too.
Okay. See, this is what happens. He gets all fired up.
No, because
I didn't realize Ty likes singles so much.
I didn't know we're batting for average around here. I didn't know that's what we're doing.
You can't say that because Judge has hit over 50 home runs, but it's basically.
Excuse me. I've never seen. This is Cal Raleigh's setup right here. 2 bats, brother. Okay, we're on one side, we're on the other side.
Sure.
He's doing 100 squats a game, this guy. His mitt.
Well, that's his fault. Go play outfield. I don't want to hear that. He decided to play catcher, so don't give me the squats bullshit. Go play first base, go DH. But Judge, or Jett, is this just turning into like, hey, whoever hits the most homers is going to be MVP?
He's mad. He's not happy, Jett. I love Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge was great for our show. We love Aaron. I'm just saying, Ty started getting a little bit of, what are we even doing here whenever the national narrative started becoming Cal versus Aaron? And I think that's because Ty thinks Mr. Judge is like best player on planet.
Might go down as the best right-handed hitter of all time.
So that's Ty's argument. What I'm saying is 2 bats,
touching the ball every play.
I'm saying.
I get it.
He's in there doing
But this is what I mean, too. I didn't want to get in this because I love Cal Raleigh. He's awesome. But
you've been fighting against Cal pretty heavily.
I have to. I have to go to bat for my captain.
He does because he's Pat. He is threatened right now because he knows how good Cal Raleigh's case is. That's the problem. Like playing catcher, Ty.
Go on.
You cannot deny that playing catcher every day is an incredibly difficult thing to do.
Without
a whole lot more difficult than what, keep doing your squats, Pat, because that's what the big dumper's doing. That's why his ass is as big as it is.
Yeah, he's got that fat one, doesn't he? Yeah, he's got that big dumper. Yeah, he's doing that.
And what we have right now is a case where I think, Ty, you said Aaron Judge fatigue. I don't know if among voters that's real, but I think among fans it is. I think we take for granted just how great Aaron Judge is. And all of a sudden, you have this guy who's named the Big Dumper, who literally is like known for having a large butt. And he goes out and hits 60 home runs, carries his team to the division title for the first time since 2001, dethrones the Houston Astros, who haven't in a full season lost a division in the American League West since 2016, and does it with an awesome September where they've won 15 of 16 games and look like the best team in baseball and have the highest odds to win the World Series of any team on Fangraphs projections right now. It's a pretty damn good story, right? And so what you're doing is you, Ty, are on the side of the nerds. I hate to say it, but you're sitting there and saying...
Sure, in this case, yeah.
You're sitting there and saying, but he's got 177 OPS points more than Cal Raleigh does right now. How can you possibly look at a guy with all the other things that Cal Raleigh has in his favor? Are you telling me that makes up the gap? He's almost 100 points higher in on-base percentage, which is the one statistic, if I had any to judge a baseball player on, I would judge him on. He's slugging .686 this year. It's Bonzian-like performance. And you're telling me that a guy, because he's got a fat ass and his team is winning because it sucked for a quarter century, deserves to be MVP?
Okay, hold on.
That's the case?
Very well said.
That is exactly what... Hold on.
Very well said.
What you just...
That's exactly what I said.
Yes, right over there. He actually said that. That is why... I love that you know both sides of the argument so much, but the voters are nerds, right? Isn't that kind of what it is? The voters are nerds?
Let's put it this way. I did talk with a friend who was a voter yesterday, and he said something very interesting to me. Like, most of us who do vote, and I stopped voting a while ago, but most of us who vote, like, we take it really seriously. We take it seriously because that's what the award wants.
Not everybody, but we appreciate that you did. Tone does as well. Mm-hmm. We've seen some other voters for things come out and basically say they don't take it seriously.
There are some, but the person I was talking with was taking it very seriously, to the point where he asks a lot of people who play the game and who know the game, frankly, better than we're going to, because they're out there every day, because they experience it, because they face Aaron Judge, because they face Cal Raleigh. And my friend said every player he asks says Aaron Judge.
All right.
Every player.
Well, is every player a former Yankee or a fan of the Yankees? Because that is how Ty and Bruce are talking right there.
No, this is also somebody who does not cover a team in the American League East. This is somebody who is not based in the East. So there is no coastal bias going on there.
Two massive stories happening, and they're both on a roller coaster going. This one.
Yeah.
Who is it, Ty?
Yeah, Jett. I mean, I know we're talking about the Tigers as being like maybe one of the biggest collapses in like sports history, but do you think the Mets are kind of getting off the hook as well? I mean, I know both those teams are still holding on to a playoff spot right now, but for people who don't know, can you kind of contextualize how bad both of these collapses have been?
Ty, the Mets were 45-24. They own the best record in Major League Baseball through 69 games. Everything was going nice for them. It has not been nice since. And it has been the slowest, like, most painful 3 months for Mets fans. Just watching this team, I use the word disintegrate. That's kind of what's happened. Like, they looked like they were going to be a World Series contender, and now they're flirting with 500. And the only reason that they still have a playoff spot is because the teams that are surrounding them, frankly, are not all that good either. And at the same time, the Tigers had a 15.5 game advantage in July over the Cleveland Guardians, a 12.5 game advantage a month ago.
Jeez.
A double-digit advantage in September. And to watch the Tigers lose not just the 8 games in a row that they have right now, including the ones to the Guardians that you're seeing right there with George Valera's home run, with Jose Ramirez coming up with yet another clutch hit. But for them to be in the position that they are right now, it would be the biggest division collapse in Major League Baseball history, and Major League Baseball is in its 150th season, gentlemen. So just to give you the context of that, we have this is like the dueling pianos of substitute right now. They are both terrible at this point. And we're going to, I think at least one of them is going to make the playoffs, honestly, because the Astros, who should be taking advantage of what's going on with Detroit, have lost 5 in a row as well. It's not just that they've blown their lead that they've had over the Mariners all season, but the Astros are now behind the Tigers in the wild card standings. It's going to make for an awesome last 4 days of the season. I'm just really excited to see how it shakes out and to know that on the 162nd game of the season, it could be one that determines the fate of multiple teams in the postseason. And beyond that, guys, we've got the Yankees and the Blue Jays tied atop the American League East. They're going to be fighting for position. We don't know who's going to be hosting games in the AL. Is it going to be the Yankees? Is it going to be the Jays? Looks like it's going to be the Mariners at this point. But there's just a lot going on right now. It's why, Pat, on any other Thursday, I would have known better than to say to you, I need to come on early. We need to talk about this early. Baseball's worth it, guys. Baseball right now is as good as it gets in sports.
That's Big Dumper Baseball, and that's what we're talking about. And we're very thankful. Got to meet his whole fam. They're so good to us, and obviously put on a hell of a show, as did you. Thank you for representing for baseball, and we can't wait to talk to you soon, man. When's it start? When's playoffs start?
Playoffs start on Tuesday, and ESPN, in fact, is carrying every single wild card game. I will be up in Bristol in studio with our friends there, and we got a great month ahead.
All right, we can't wait to watch. We appreciate the hell out of you. Good luck to Dumper and Aaron Judge.
Good luck.
On the races to immortality. You're the best. Ladies and gentlemen, Jett Passan.
Yeah, Jett.